Back in 2020, this quirky little virus put the world in disarray and sent us into lockdown. Remember that? Remember that little bit of history we just lived through? Now, with a large portion of the population trapped inside and, spending a lot of time on their phones, internet culture during this time was a really interesting experience. And one moment that stands out to me is when Gal Gadot had the really good idea to try and just help everyone with the power of music, and created one of the most infamous, awkward videos you'll probably ever see. A video that was ripped to shreds at the time. It's never a good look when the podcast clips are discussing your video get more views than your actual video. It's just, things aren't going well if that's the situation you're in. So, I thought if you were keen, we could go back, rewatch it, and just really see if it was that bad. And definitely not just make fun of it for every reason I can think of. Me? I wouldn't do that.
Hey guys. Day 6 in self-quarantine, and I gotta say that these past few days...
Sorry, just one thing I want to talk about right off the bat. Does anyone else notice lots of A-list celebrities have to struggle to be on cameras, like their cell phone cameras? Like, no matter how old they are, they all seem to have the millennial pause thing. But even though these are people that are paid millions of dollars to be good on camera, and are good on camera continuously year-round, the second it's them holding the cell phone, they just... like, you feel like you're getting a video from your parents all of a sudden. Maybe it's because they're not being directed, and like when you're used to doing that, you can't once it's your phone, but it's so jarring. I notice it every time.
And I gotta say that these past few days got me feeling a bit philosophical.
Two questions. One, how long do you think she looked around the house before she found this specific spot? Because her lighting's on, she's got the leading lines leading into it, she's found her spot. And two, how many takes was this? This is something I want to talk about further into the video, but I would love to know how many takes this was. Like, personally, when I record stuff, I just did it just then. Personally, I'm a bumbling idiot. So when I record, genuinely, some of these lines, sometimes I'll genuinely have to talk for 20 minutes of takes to get about 2 minutes of footage.
Past few days got me feeling a bit philosophical. This virus.
I just don't think that was a real pause. I think she did a real pause on the first take. I was like, oh no, that's good. No, we're doing this every time.
This virus had affected the entire world. Everyone. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, we're all in this together.
Alright, what I'm about to say has been said many times before, and so I'll try to be quick. A lot of people, myself included, have talked about lockdowns as this big shared social experience, and it was. I think about the New Zealand experience, where it definitely felt it didn't feel like it was. Everyone was inside at the same time. It was pretty unanimous. But I think a lot of us don't really consider the humongous variation in lockdown experiences. And I'm not trying to assume things about Gal's life, but yeah, a celebrity sitting in her very expensive house with millions of dollars being like, yeah, this thing's all pretty bad, huh? Some of you are sharing a 4-bedroom house with 16 people, but we're in this together.
And I ran into this video of this Italian guy playing the trumpet in his balcony. To all the other people who were locked inside their homes. And he was playing Imagine, and there was something so powerful and pure. And it goes like this. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try.
But the pause at the end of that, way too long. No, it's not really her fault. Whoever chopped us together just kind of second segment in, and we've already killed the whole vibe. Get in the game. What are you doing?
No hell below us.
Above us only sky.
I didn't know the guy before that, but that's Labyrinth, and he sounded great. I refuse to say a bad thing about Labyrinth. He just wanted to be involved, I'm basically legally bound. I'm sorry.
Imagine all the people.
James Marsden can kind of sing.
For today,
I'm not too sure who she was, but I do appreciate that she didn't take this nearly as serious as everyone else's. It feels a lot less pretentious when there's a bit of fun in it. That feels like, yeah, we're just singing a song, versus Gal, it kind of does feel like I'm doing a thing right now. I'm actively helping.
Imagine there's no countries, yeah.
I don't know who that was either, but like, you know, completely opposite vibe. Took it way too serious and tried to show off. Like, yeah, you can sing. We get it. You took up an extra second that you didn't need to. All right, the vibe's now completely different, and that's on you.
It isn't hard to do.
All right, I think it's at least worth to mention that Jimmy Fallon didn't laugh in that clip. And I think that's something. I think that's something we can give him. This is also something I love. You can tell, like, you people who took the time to, like, find a spot and record this, and some people who just, like, and people who just did it off the cuff almost. Like, maybe they're just replying straight to the text, or, like, you know, Jimmy was just walking a dog and was like, oh, I need to do that thing. It isn't hard to do. Sure, I wonder what she's going to use that for. Checks for news. Oh, no! I should have, like, at least got good lighting. Oh, my God.
Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too.
See, Natalie Portman and, is it Zoe Kravitz? I think it's Zoe Kravitz. Each found good spots, you know, put that effort in, you know, that's a point. Yeah, point for setting. But I'm not feeling that passion from the vocals, you know? Like, Natalie just, I don't even think she even listened to it back. I think she took that video and sent it off and did not give a just bloop, send it out. I don't care. I'm Natalie Portman. I've got that Naboo royal energy. You know what I'm on about. All right.
Imagine all the people living for today.
She can sing. And I thought that initially, and then it kept going, and I was like, we're showboating a bit, but like it's the right level of like for the level of skill, for the level of showboating are imbalanced right now. Then we've got the second clip. I don't see, like, she does have the talent for it to be there, and you know, maybe Gal was like, yo, surely you want to send 2 clips in, like you want to send 2 lines, like you got the source, so like do you want it? And in that context, I'd be okay with this, but I'm conflicted to how to feel about this. I'm just not too sure.
You may say that I'm a dreamer.
Girly, I love. You did great. You did. I think we should just do it again without the headphones. Maybe I'm just not confident you're hearing.
But I'm not the only one.
I hope someday you will join us.
You can sing.
And the world
That's good.
will
That's good.
live as one.
That's good.
Imagine no possession.
It's the boy.
I wonder if you can.
That was not the first take. We want to talk about multiple takes? That was not the first take. Look in his eyes.
No need for greed and hunger. Brotherhood of man.
Mark Ruffalo and oh my god, no, he's so famous. How do I not know his name? That's gonna bother me. Anyways, clearly did this where they were, did not try to find a spot. Looks like, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. That is, bro over here was just like, oh yeah, Gal, okay, we're doing this in the pantry, I guess. Mark Ruffalo looks like he's doing it in his lounge. He's trying to do it like close to his phone and quiet, like so his kids don't hear him. Like, definitely get the vibe they both didn't think it was gonna be that big of a deal.
Sharing all the world, you.
It's not that she's a bad singer. It's not that she's a bad singer. I think she sounded great. It's not about that. It's about the way this was filmed. It's just making my skin crawl a little bit. It's moving a little bit, so it's not on a tripod. It's probably being held by someone. And I'm just imagining it was one of those like, oh, can you film this for me? Oh, okay. What's this for? You know, uncertain filming. And then they handed you the camera, and then they set you up the. The more this goes down, the less flattering the angle, almost always. But anyways, the second they do that, the video just looks awkward, and it's making me feel awkward because I am relating to this feeling. Also, I don't think it was a one-take operation. I think it's been like, she's handed the phone over, they don't quite know what's going on, and now they're 3 takes, and she's like, why am I still holding this? What's going on?
They say that I'm a dreamer.
Why did you make it... People coming into this video finding things to be angry at and then just getting to... It's just not well executed at all. The spacing's uneven, the timing's a bit off. Like, what do we... I think this might have been one take. I think this might have been a one-take operation. And that's... In this era, for a dance, TikTok is a thing at this stage in 2020. There's no excuses. But Get in the game.
But I'm not the only one.
I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one.
Thanks, gal. Oh, I feel so much better. All right, is this the worst thing a celebrity has ever done? Yes. Joking. However, do I think all the backlash it got is kind of logical? Yeah. Yes. I don't think this was made with any malicious intent. I think it was a fairly innocent mistake. Like, it's still a little bit ridiculous now. But at the time where this was like early lockdown, where everything was still pretty freaky for a lot of people, and a lot of people were losing loved ones. And then as a celebrity with a huge platform, you release something that's pretty half-baked, with the opening line being, "Imagine there's no heaven." Ooh, it's just not gonna work out. It's just like, this is so half-baked. Charles Cornell made a video where he had this cover, but with actual backing music behind it, and it sounds fine. Like, it sounds pretty good. And I think if something like that had dropped, that actually was like decently nice to listen to, the overall reaction would have been really different. It still would have been a little out of touch, but it is just better than putting out a lazy, kind of half-assed cover of a song that isn't really relating to the scenario, and it's just a chore to listen to. Like, you're trying to help with a song that's a chore to listen to. Like, that's not going to work. It's just on social media, on Twitter, yo. Oh, but I'm not posting on Twitter, I'm posting on Instagram. Yeah, but you're Gal Gadot. It's going to end up on Twitter. It's just... And that's what makes it kind of iconic. It's just such a PR disaster. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video making fun of another video. I feel like this is a real watch while you eat lunch kind of video, so I hope you had a good lunch. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll catch you later. Bye.